And we're back at the Edmonton Open LOL Tournament. Last game of the day. This is going to be the last match in the losers bracket. Moving up, the winner will be guaranteed 4th place and RP from Riot. First man coming out from blue side, Ribbon. Warwick from purple team. I am Tim, and I'm joined here by Jess.
Hello.
Try and run you through the game as it goes along. So at this point in the day, both teams have probably seen a lot of matches from each other in their history, so they can kind of get a sense for what the other team plays and what they think might be an issue for them. So the Riven ban, Lucian ban, a lot of people banning Lucian right now, hopping on the Korean hype train. And Warwick is a targeted ban at Zelverak, who's the jungler for blue side, and he actually mains Warwick jungle, which is a very weird thing to say.
Cyrus having some technical difficulties with their mics here. We have the Annie ban on the purple side.
Annie ban on purple side, all 3 bans out for both teams. Jarvan as well. I haven't actually seen much Jarvan on the 3.14 patch. Jarvan always strong though, so I don't know. Annie, of course, OP, especially with this current patch. They nerfed a whole bunch of the supports early games, whereas they didn't touch Annie's at all, and then they gave her the ability to just massive amounts of AP. I think the break-even point for most supports is around 200 AP now to get the same utility that they used to get out of their kits. So we're going to see a first pick Leona from blue side, and then a first pick Lulu from...
I like the Lulu.
Yeah, you like the Lulu?
We haven't seen much of the Lulu lately, and I know she did get a little bit of a nerf, I think, on her damage of
she
her...
did. Her glitter lance. Her glitter lance got the slow duration now starts to exceed at 200 ability power. That's when it starts to get back to where it was previously in the previous season. They're running a hyper aggressive bot lane, Leona and Graves. So very season 2 lane. It's kind of funny how season 4 is taking on like resemblance of like season 2, late season 2.
I miss season 2.
Season 2 was a lot of fun. The Vi pick, very strong. A very high damage jungler, and all you need to do is build tanky. Zelverak picking up the Shyvana. A lot of people think Shyvana is quite OP right now. Her damage is really high, and just getting one like defensive item, and she's really hard to kill as well.
Especially with the movement speed mastery differences.
Oh yeah, actually I hadn't thought about
3.
that. Yeah, there's
she's really fast.
A lot of movement speed to grab in the new trees. I'm actually curious if Zelverak's going to go down the full tank tree, because the last point of the tank tree is quite strong, but there are some really good points of utility tree as well. So probably we're going to see, there looks like they're going to be picking their mid. This might be a priority pick. The Orianna Vi combo is really hard to deal with. If she manages to throw her ball onto Vi and Vi gets into the center of the team, there can be a lot of disruption and damage there, and that followed up by Lulu ult. Creates a lot of disruption, and Trist is a good AD to deal with that, because she can just kind of sit in the back line and not really worry.
Both teams have some pretty strong dive, I think.
And I don't think we're going to be seeing Soraka. We're going to probably be seeing top lane pick here. I wouldn't be surprised by like a Renekton to follow up with Shyvana and Cassidy and Leona, and kind of just like dive it on the enemy team. Elise, similar as well. Cassidy, I'm sure he's going to be locking that in here. I'm actually not familiar with the Cassidy and Ori matchup, so I have no idea which champion prevails. I feel like Ori would win pre-6, and then Cassidy might just start to do what he does. And it is locked in. Elise is locked in. So a lot of frontline dive for blue team, and that actually spells a little bit of trouble for purple's team's comp, because if blue side is just trying to fight on their terms the entire time, then it's going to be hard for them to fully combo the Orianna ult. I do like the Renekton. I'm not a huge fan of the Lee Sin in this circumstance, but I think he's a really good Lee Sin. So it all depends, I guess, at the end of the day. So it is going to be Lee Sin locked in. This will be the last match of the losers bracket. I can't remember the team names offhand, but Looks like we have Cryo 9 on the blue side and Wild Rose on the purple side for this game. So whichever team wins this moves on to day 2, and the other team will be going home with nothing. Sad face. Sad smiley face. I'm actually curious as to what Masteries... Oh, I probably shouldn't... I'm not going to pop this up until the game starts, actually, so that the other teams in the other room don't get a chance to see what we're looking at. I'd like to take a look at Zelverak's page, though, and see what he's decided to run on Shyvana in the Season 4 jungle. I'm surprised we haven't seen many 2-1-2 cheese lanes today at all.
I think people are still sticking to the old
Yeah,
meta
sticking to their guns. Yeah, it's hard to adapt, especially that quickly. So we do have a 3-minute delay. I'm going to wait a few seconds to make sure that they get into champion select and start their level 1s before I take a look at room pages. I don't want to expose anything for the other teams. All around, I think these lanes are pretty evenly matched. Lulu deals with Leona pretty well. Tristana's always done okay against Graves. Even in Season 2, when Tristana's meta was to max W and jump on the target and blow them to bits, Graves was a really strong laner against her, because if you jump on Graves, obviously you eat full buckshot, collateral damage, smokescreen in your eyes, and then you're just stuck there in the dark, losing all your health, and it's not much fun. But I feel like this match is probably going to turn on whether or not Merrick can get an early lead against Felisa in top lane, or if Yav can actively roam. He decided to pick up the teleport instead of the Ignite. Pretty ballsy play on Kassadin. I know that's something that XPeke did a lot. He would pick up the teleport, and then pre-6 he would TP to a lane and find a kill there if they thought, which is actually really strong, except for the fact that there are literally no lane wards anymore. So I think he's going to have a hard time finding an appropriate teleport. But
yeah, and that'll decrease his level 6 a little bit, his kill potential.
Yeah, exactly, on his lane. So let's take a look at what Zelverak's running. So Zelverak's running attack speed, ability power per level, mixed in with magic resist. Shyvana's E, W, and alt all scale on AP. Or maybe not scale. I know they do magic damage. Her alt does scale off AP, and I think her E does. Her W might scale off AD, but do magic damage. Attack speed for the Reds, movement speed. And then Mastery's 5. He's picking up the movement speed in the utility tree.
Yeah, he's gone really far in the defense tree there.
Where is it? Reduces the duration of crowd control effects. I think it's this talent here is actually really, really strong in Season 4. The increased of self-healing, health regen, lifesteal, and spell vamp by 10% when you're below 25% health. If you put that on champions like Mundo, for example, that's basically a free Spirit Visage when he's below 25% HP, and if he's stacking his ult, it becomes extremely difficult to kill those type of champions that have built-in self-regen. Obviously, Shyvana not really having any, but I can see, I'm going to make a prediction here, and we're going to see a comeback of Mundo in the jungle in this season.
Yeah, I saw him a little bit when I first started in the new patch. It was quite annoying.
He's just, he gets really big, and he's really difficult to deal with, so... And he's a bane of any AD. Tristana deals with Mundo quite well, just because of the built-in Grievous and massive attack speed. Tank Shred. 4 seconds and the game should be underway here. Again, last game of the day here from OverKlocked Gaming.
I would have really liked to see the Renekton top lane as opposed to the Lee Sin. I think it would have gone a lot better with the Lulu Vi dive. Yeah,
with what they're trying to do. With the Lee Sin, it's going to be a lot more difficult for him to get onto the target that he's going to look for, especially because all those targets are pretty tanky and highly mobile. Like Graves is extremely mobile, just able to dash away from Lee Sin Q very, very easily. The dash speed is much faster than the Lee Sin Q travel time. And looks like we're going to be loading up here. Both supports have opted to take the exhaust instead of the ignite for the lane. I'm a little surprised that Leona didn't take ignite here. I guess maybe she's worried about the Vi and Lee Sin dive to drop an exhaust off on them. Or even if she does manage to land a leash on Tristana, she will be able to ignite there, or exhaust there. Red side buying a lot quicker than blue side here. Going to be heading out We're going to see the double Targans bot lane from both lanes, it looks like. Both supports have opted not to pick up health potions, and instead they're going with the ward start. I can't see. I think that's 2 wards on both sides. I'm not seeing numbers popping up on mine. I don't know if you are on yours.
I don't see numbers either.
Anyways, red team's looking to invade here. It looks like they're going to be looking to either catch or steal. They did buy very quickly on their able here. Cassidy did spot them out. They managed to place a ward in there. That is, that is a permanent ward. The trinkets do have a cooldown time. As you can see, they're ticking through, so we're not able to use them for like the first until about a minute 15, minute 20, I think it is, depending on when you buy your trinket. Or no, are they all cooling at the same time? Yeah, they're all cooling at the same time. So it doesn't matter on when you purchase it, but there is a cooldown, so you can't get out early wards.
It's a 120-second cooldown on those, I think.
There we go. I think I failed to adjust the camera, so hopefully you guys could have seen the bans and picks. I'm not 100% sure if I checked that. My bad. Whoops.
I think we commentated them well enough.
Yeah, hopefully everybody understands what's going on.
Otherwise, surprise, here you go.
Surprise, these are who's playing. Enjoy the game. Blue side looking to do a red start. And they've got a lot of defensive positioning around here. Mid lane has popped their 60-second ward over at the red buff for their team to try and protect it. Silverak's going to be starting off with that red, and maybe looking to meet the Vi in top or mid, depending on what happens. Shyvana being an excellent duelist. Vi as well is an excellent duelist. So, and Lee, of course, level 2 and 3 is pretty strong. So that'll be a really interesting fight if it does end up happening.
They gave one of the minions to Graves from the red buff there, so that should give
compensate
him a
for the fact
of
that he missed a melee minion, or 2 actually. So it is expected for Leona to take result coming in a little bit too close there, taking a lot of damage. Graves just face trading with Tristana. He will win that trade, especially since Tristana's explosive shot is on cooldown, since Graves' tankiness is going to absorb the majority of Tristana's damage.
Lulu taking that much damage early is really going to hurt the level 2 from Leona.
Especially since she did decide to go double consumables instead of picking up any health potions. She has no way to regen that health right off the bat. Top lane, Merrick having a hard time against Lee Sin. Lee Sin looking for a lot of harass early on. Didn't have his Q up at the end there. Used it to get in, so he wasn't able to try and go for a finish off on the Elise. With the Targans, though, it does give health regen when it procs on a minion. 2% of the champion's health, champion's maximum health is granted to your lane partner, of which you're giving the experience. Leona managed to land a leash, and it looks like she's holding off the kill to try and give it to Graves. Graves does pick up first blood. They run the exhaust onto Tristana. Doesn't have a leash to be able to land onto her, so Tristana's going to be able to walk away, but that's a pretty big detriment at the start of the lane.
Yeah, especially against the Leona Graves. They just have so much burst if the Leona can land a Zenith Blade on either one of them, really. Yeah, it's
going to be very difficult for the Tristana or Lulu to deal with that at this point. Lulu didn't have her Whimsy yet, so she wasn't able to... looks like we've got some sort of technical malfunction from one of the teams. Pause incoming. Can you see any of the chat that's going on?
Yeah, we have Oriana saying keybinds.
Oh, okay, so players just checking on their key bindings, I guess.
They run a custom game.
It didn't run a custom. I'm pretty sure they've just played a game on their computers beforehand, so maybe he runs custom keybinds for whatever champion he is playing. So
Leona's asking for money for the pause.
Oh.
$5 per pause.
$5 per pause, OP. Too much cashing in. If you look at the CS counts too, I've noticed drastically in season 3, or season 4, sorry. I feel like Targans is kind of developing some bad habits for partner lanes. I've noticed myself that ADs are hitting. Obviously, they're going to hit lower numbers anyways because supports are taking money. But it really, like that execute as an AD and not starting with the 10 AD that you normally start with, it really kind of throws off your last hitting in lane. So. Especially when you feel like, oh, I just executed that minion. Normally you think, oh, that's how much damage I do. No, you don't hit for 280 at level 2.
Try being a support main and having to focus on CSing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's a big change up. So probably those items are going to be changed, removed, redone, reworked. Who knows?
I have a feeling Targan might just be completely removed. I don't know how they can nerf it in any way to even make it
I think one person was discussing, and they said when you do buy Targons, it gives you a Spoil of War passive, and they're saying if the character had the Spoil of War passive, it would if they made it so that it did not pass gold to the other character with the Spoil of War, it would prevent the double lane target. So that would be easier to do.
That, or maybe increasing the time between how
long it takes to wind up. I think they are hot fixing that on Monday, actually. So directly after the tournament, we're going to see the Targon changes. Jungles actually might be picking up Targon in the new jungle. Once you get the first one only has 2 stacks on it, but once you get the second one, you can stack up to 4 minions. And then when you go to gank a lane, you can just tax the minions for 4 minions in the lane. If you get 3 melee and a cannon, that's about 130? 110, 130. Oh, Leona does manage to land a leash onto Tristana. Tristana taking about half her health and damage for free there. Vi's sitting in mid lane, potentially looking for a gank. Cassian should be playing it pretty safe right now. Still has all his summoners up, so he shouldn't be in that much. And Leona managed to land another leash. Barrier comes out for Tristana, saving her. She does have to flash away now, though. Leona completely out of mana at this point, so she's not going to be able to trade one more time. I could see bot lane pushing the lane and then probably basing, unless they want to stay for a certain gold count.
They also haven't bought yet after their first blood, so that should be. And
Graves is sitting on about 1,000 gold right now. So if you wanted to, it looks like they're gonna look to base. Graves can complete his Targon if he'd like to, and then buy a Doran's Blade, or he's just opted for the double Doran's Blade for the really strong early laning phase. Leona probably was going to upgrade that. No, she's looking for health. It doesn't look like they're prioritizing the second version of the Targon, which, to be honest, if you're staying in lane, isn't that much better. But if you are like roaming and then you come to a lane, it's a huge increase to the amount of gold that you generate. Lulu and Leona have both opted to pick up the sweeper thing, and Flash comes out. Yuv dodging the Leona Q, saving his life. Well, I don't know if Orianna would have been able to follow up there, but saving a lot of damage at least.
How do you feel about the new sweeper trinket?
I think it's pretty good. I think the loss of oracles makes forcing objectives and trying to complete a game extremely difficult, and sweeper doesn't offer enough. Merrick's coming in for a gank, manages to land the Q, gets about half health. Holy Moly getting about half health of on the Elise there. But I think the sweeper trinket is pretty good. I think the clairvoyance trinket right now is really underpowered. The range on it at level 1 is barely higher than the range of going to ward yourself. And Merrick taking a lot of damage top lane. No mana left in his pool. He's probably trying to lifesteal with his spiders, but he's in some immediate danger. If he does manage to take a Q to the face, he will probably die. And the lane's held out there, so he's going to stay. But meanwhile, Blue Team manages just to pick up a free dragon. Only 125 gold at this point in the game due to a dragon change. But still, Lulu and Tristana are terrified of that Leona right now.
I think they'll have an easier time holding it now than Leona took a little bit of.
And Orianna just completely annihilating Cassian in lane. Cassian getting a little bit too far forward. Leona managing to land her ball, shockwave, and her dissonance all at the same time with Ignite to finish it off. Ignite probably only doing 1 tick, to be honest. Cassian just completely disappearing. Zelverak's here to hold the mid lane, so that Orianna doesn't get much tower damage. He picks up the gold. Meanwhile, top lane, Merrick's having a really hard time in this matchup versus Lee Sin. He's about half in ECS. Leona just constantly landing those leashes on Tristana. It's got to put a lot of fear in bot lane when you're always fearing for your life, and you know that if you were to trade an all-in, you're probably going to lose.
I think at this point, Lulu still has flash, but I still think they should be focusing the Lulu and just constantly burning her, because she doesn't have that second escape.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't have the jump. If Tristana reacts well, which she probably should, anytime that Leona leashes in, she will be able to jump before the stun comes off. Once Leona hits 6, if she hits Tristana with her ult, she will be able to full combo her abilities, but that'll be very difficult. Leona just clearing the ward. Meanwhile, bot lane, Graves up about 14 CS on Tristana, but Leona not doing a good job of proccing her Targons. the Lulu has got, since she's ranged, it's a lot easier for her to pop specific minions. She's going to aim for the Canda minion, sharing the gold between the two. That's kind of the goal. If you do pick up the Targons or Relic, you want to aim to share the melee and Canda minions because they're worth the most gold in the lane. Canda minion obviously being highest priority, but it shares the direct value of the gold plus 5/10 to your ally.
We have blue being picked up by the Kassadin.
And Kassadin, again, about 20 CS behind the Orianna. Merrick missing his snare there. Is putting out a lot of damage on Lee Sin, but he's a little bit worried, I think, that he's going to get all in here and not be able to deal with the damage. He's going to take a cue to the face, though. Lee Sin not having enough energy to follow up with a full combo there, I believe. Holy Moly picking up his red buff. He's just hit 6, so he's probably going to look for a gank in the lane. Top lane is pretty heavily warded, so if he does come top, I feel like Merrick is probably going to be able to escape this by the skin of his teeth. Meanwhile, Kassadin finally getting a little ballsy in that lane versus Orianna. He is still low on mana despite having the blue buff. And Merrick just going to look to farm under tower. And Vi looks like she's going to be coming in for a gank here in the mid lane. Just sitting in the bush. Orianna trying to bait her out. Orianna does have her ult up available and Ignite's up soon. Back bot lane, we have Zelvarak looking for a brush gank. Micro Derps just hit level 6. Looks like he's going to be going in for Lunar Eclipse? I don't know. And just so much damage coming out. Lulu ult managing to pop. Zelvarak not getting his Dragon Form off. Decides to flash under tower, doing a lot of damage. Graves' flash as well. Both exhausts are off. Lulu is one auto attack away. Graves does pop her down. Zelvarak tanking the tower. He's decided to take the full tower damage. Graves is doing a bunch of damage to Tristana, but doesn't have enough abilities or flat AD to just take her out. Zelvarak coming in again. Tristana decides to jump in on the Leona to try and pick up the kill. If she had jumped away and auto attacked the Shyvana, she would have picked up the Shyvana kill there. Very, very close exchange for them. Shyvana leaving with little under the 250 health at the end there. Even lower before the regen. Merrick just being pushed under tower here is finally managing to get some creeps. He's about 30 behind Lee Sin right now. Lee Sin looks like he's going to be rushing that Tiamat to Renan's. He's got the pickaxe and the Rejuve bead in his inventory, along with the double Doran's item, making him really strong at this point in the game. And Elise only with the flask, boots, and a Doran's ring. It's going to be very hard for him to duel right now. But on the other side, Shyvana has gone the Madreds, and she's sitting at about almost 20 CS higher than the Vi in the jungle. So she's probably picking up a bunch of gold there, and they do have the Dragon under their belt as well. So despite the fact that both solo lanes from Blue side are arguably losing right now, Blue team is ahead 1.4k in gold, putting them in a pretty solid position due to how well bottom lane has managed to maintain aggressiveness and kills down there, enabling them to go for an early dragon and get that global gold for their team. And there's Lee Sin coming in on Merrick top lane. Merrick has nowhere really to go here. Oh, he's decided to take the long path away. His snare is not up right now. It's probably up in about 6 seconds. Merrick is popping into the lane. Oh, he does manage to land his Q, gets off the Ignite, auto attacks him, and just walks away. Good night, sweet Prince Merrick. Zelvarak just holding that top lane for him. Lee Sin's extremely scary right now, though. I wonder if Zelvarak really realizes how much damage he's going to be putting out. He's decided to not to deal with Lee Sin. Yev doing a lot of damage in the mid lane, but Orianna is doing her counter trade. A bunch of damage coming out. He will have his ult up to be able to jump away in a few seconds. Does manage to pop it. Both flashes are burned. Kassadin barely escaping that, but Orianna's Ignite and Flash are both down right now. He's going to lose a bunch of minions mid lane as a result.
The farm difference mid lane is just so huge right now.
It's actually, yeah, it's drastic. Orianna's at 123 and Kassadin's sitting only at 72. So he's having a really hard time in that lane. I think the early not first blood, but the early kill for Orianna is really putting him at a disadvantage. Quite scared. They don't have a ward in this bush, though, and Vi does have her ult up. So, yeah, it looks like they're going to try a beta thing. However, Kassadin is here. Kassadin's looking. They're going on the Lulu. A lot of damage popped on the Lulu. Cassidy still has his ult up. Lulu's quite low. Her ult is popped on her. Cassidy exhausted. Just not enough damage. Leona manages to leash in, pick up the Lulu kill. Kill goes to Lulu. All in all, it's very lucky that Yev was there and they're able to manage to avoid that counter gank, as they had no idea that Vi was sitting in the bush. Oh, and a bunch of damage coming out from the Cassidy right there. And Graves almost manages to pick up the kill with his smoke grenade, but Tristana jumps away just in time. Cassidy pathing through the tower. He's going to look to try and finish off the Vi, but he might actually get caught by Orianna as he's rotating through here. Looks like Orianna is going to try and catch him. Cassidy does manage to shift the wall, and he's going to be able to escape rather safely. Meanwhile, top lane, Merrick taking a bunch of damage. He's finally able to trade with this Lee Sin. Lee Sin going to half health. He's already popped his Ignite. His shield is popped back up. Merrick at 75% health, dropping the Lee Sin below half, about 40% health here. Merrick has finally got his level 5 Q, his Neurotoxin. So he actually trades extremely hard. Lee Sin managed to hit a level 11 there, level 2 ult, and he does all in Merrick. Too bad. He did quite well considering how far behind he is actually in that lane in that duel. Zelverak doing a lot of work mid lane. It looks like he's going to die to a tower. Orianna does go down. Aggro does not drop onto the Cassidy, so he's just going to be able to pick up that farm and walk away. Meanwhile, top lane, Lee Sin is either going to look to push his tower here. He's already farmed the second wave, so he has a while before he has anything that he really has to do. So Dragons come back up, and red side might be looking to do one here. I bet they're feeling a lot stronger right now. The Vi is enabling a lot more plays than the Shyvana, despite the fact that Shyvana is actually 3 levels higher than Vi right now. Shyvana's level 10 and Vi is only level 7. But the Lee Sin top doing a lot of damage, and Vi coming bottom and kind of putting them even, I guess. I don't know. Microterps. Every single time Leona goes to auto attack, you're in that fear that she's gonna leash on you, as it's a very similar animation, if not the same one as her leash. So when she walks up to auto that minion, you're just like, my face is dead. My face is dead. No, but managed to survive. Zelverak taking a lot of damage from the Orianna. Orianna has finished her Grail. She's got Grail, 2 Dorans, and full Sork shoes. That's the same build that I think Faker was running at Worlds. He went the double Dorans into Grail. A lot of people were running Fairy Charm into Grail. Manages to leech onto the Vi. All the entire blue team besides Elise is all down here, and it just nicks the Vi. Doesn't manage to stun her. A lot of damage coming out. Pops a Glitter Lance, slowing down Leona. Leona manages to leash in. Tremendo pops him up. Oh my god. Tristana falling down. Zelverak swapping at the tower. Aggro Graves taking it. And that's a triple kill for a 3-for-0 for blue side. Leona pulling in here. Manages just going so deep there. Oh, and it pays off. He just completely demolished right there. Not much that he could do. They all did a lot of damage, but he doesn't have enough ability power to insta-give those targets, and not being able to get off more than one combo, it really hurt him there. So it looks like Blue's going to be able to pick up a free dragon from this. Lee has, however, rotated mid, so if he decides to, he could potentially contest or try and steal this dragon. The team is quite low, and he does have his ult available right now. Wards in. He's looking for an angle. Doesn't have an angle to Q on the dragon. Jumps in, steals it with his Tempest Cripple, and goes down. Zelverak's smite is on cooldown right now, so he doesn't have his smite up for another few seconds. Wasn't able to smite there. Very lucky for Lee Sin. Microderps might have to flash here. Does he have his flash up? No, I think he used it in the engage earlier, so they've just decided to abandon Leona and let her swing her sword away. Swing away, Leona. Swing away, sweet Leona. And she does fall. That's not a terrible trade for the... Well, despite losing the dragon, if they had managed to secure the dragon there, that would have been a pretty good trade for blue side. They did pick up the top tower, and Elise has been having a lot of trouble in that top lane. So being able to get out of that lane is probably a relief for her. Lee Sin's finished his Tiamat, and he's decided to pick up another pickaxe. So he's probably going for the straight damage Lee Sin build. He'll probably be picking up a Last Whisper here and looking to just 100-0 any target that he manages to land his Q on. Again, Orianna at 163 and Cassidy sitting at 90 right now. I'm just going to adjust these portraits, so we can kind of see them across from each other. Jungler, AD, where's the AD? AD, support, top lane. So top lane's on the bottom. You can see the disparity. Shyvana farming a lot in the jungle at 87 CS right now, 89 to Vi's 50, but hasn't been able to turn that into really any sort of advantage. That play bottom, getting 4 kills, was extremely well coordinated and well done. But not being able to pick up the dragon kind of hurt them a little bit there. The gold very even. Merrick fighting here. Dragon form comes in. Lee Sin has nothing to eat to dash to right now. He might have his ward in his inventory, the special one. Jumping onto Merrick. Looks like he's going to try and get a whole bunch of damage out. He might decide to try an all-in Merrick when his Q comes back off. Nope. Uses his ward from the relic. Jumps over the wall. Oh no, he's got wards in his inventory. Uses a ward from his inventory, jumps over, and escapes the gank. Very well played by the Lee Sin there. Looks like blue team's going to try and siege or take down this middle turret right here. Purple isn't in position to really follow up yet, so they could get some good damage on the tower. It's already at about half health. Vi is collapsing. They didn't get the tower shoved in quite quick enough, so we didn't get any auto attacks off. Zelvarak did want to pick up that red buff, it seems. Wanted to make sure that he had that for the next team fight, if one was going to arise in mid lane. And blue's up. They're probably just going to pass it off to Orianna. Meanwhile, Merrick top lane having a lot of problems against this Lee Sin. Lee Sin being 3 levels higher than him and doing a ton of damage. I feel like Lee thought that he was being baited there because he just pulled away. He really uncharacteristically. They did see Graves pathing up near Baron, but it would have taken Graves a while to get there. And the purple side is not in position to defend this tower. It's going to go down for free for blue side. A little bit of mistiming of the backs there for purple. Red buff is up. They could look to pick this up here. And it looks like Cryo9 is just looking to deny as much as possible. Zelvarak taking some of the jungle, the White Wraith, taking red buff, clearing it. Hopefully they get a timer on that so they can try and revisit it when it pops back up. Meanwhile, bot lane, Tristana about 50 CS behind the Graves right now. Not a great spot to be in. Lulu does have 20 more than Leona, so it's not as big a disparity as it actually looks like, but it's still quite large. Oh, and the ult completely misses. Vi coming in does still use her assault and battery. Vi huge, and with this immense slow, just trying to stop the Graves. There's nobody there to follow up with her. Lee Sin looking to find a way in. Microderp's just blocking everything that he's trying to do, not allowing the Q. Flashes back, forcing Lee Sin into a bad position. Yuv jumping onto him. Microderp's picking him up. Lee Sin extremely low. Merrick has managed to pop in here, and meanwhile, Zelvarak has walked his way up. He's got the red buff. He's in a dragon form, and he's just slashing away. And looks like that's going to be a double kill for Tristana, trading 2 for 5 for blue side. And it looks like they're going to be able to get this tower here and maybe even inhibitor tower if they're ballsy enough to push on. Vi does not have ult, and she's the only one up to defend it right here. Merrick extremely low. They might back off here, but they can probably take it if they decide to just push it on it. And they have decided to push it on the tower here. Vi might look to defend. They're a little afraid. Timers are up pretty soon. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it with this minion wave. They'll just back off and take the win. And we have now a 5.5k gold disparity between teams. And blue side taking a lot of control of the jungle. At this point in the game, Season 3, this would be absolutely when either the support or jungler would pick up on oracles. They'd start to deny vision and then move in on other stuff. But blue side does not have any vision of Baron right now. Looks like Leona and Lulu have met each other, and they're looking to potentially fight. They do see the Orianna path towards Baron. Blue side could have an inkling that they're actually doing it. Vi extremely low. Baron only at half health. They are collapsing right now. Elise on her way in. I think that actually was an early smite from Vi there. I might be incorrect. A lot of damage coming out. A complete wipe for blue team. And that is probably going to spell the game for them. They did manage to pick up the Baron there. The tower's at about half health. They might try and face tank it and just push right on in. The Shyvana's extremely tanky right now in her dragon form. She's got a little bit of armor from her wriggles. Leona's deciding to take up the tower here with her bonus armor. And they're just gonna push in on this inhibitor for free here. A little bit of desperation play by by the other team, the purple side, red side team here.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
And that spells a lot of trouble for purple side. I'm not really sure what you can do at this point to try and come back in the game. With the minion changes, apparently the super minion's supposed to be a lot stronger, or the minions in the minion are supposed to be a lot stronger than they were in Season 3. But the way that the pathing is, the super minion actually leads the charge. Do we have one? Yeah, so the super minion decides to run down the lane all by himself. And then, as a result, he eats every single form of any reduction to clear damage, like Caitlyn's Piltover and stuff like that. And it's going to take the brunt of the minion damage off the bat too. So it actually dies much quicker than it used to, because it used to kind of sit in the back line and just follow suit and then pop into the towers and take damage there. So I haven't actually experienced taking mid inhibitor and having any tower die mid lane in Season 4. And I think that was the intention, was that if you took mid inhibitor and you didn't deal with the minions, that the tower would fall. But so they might be able to recover from this inhibitor loss is what I'm trying to get at. So Lee Sin has now Ravenous Hydra, Last Whisper, and Gank Boot. So he's extremely big right now. And he's just going to look to fight Zelvrak. Zelvrak is very tanky. He does have Dragon Form up. He might just try an all-in here. Zelvrak taking a lot of damage. Vi is coming in. Lee Sin manages to land the Ignite. Zelvrak Dragon Forms away. Vi popping him down. A bunch of true damage popping through. Zelvrak extremely fast, just running past the mini wave. Lee Sin not able to land his Q onto Zelvrak. Meanwhile, Merrick popping from behind does manage to land one of the first cocoons we've seen this entire game and saves Zelvrak's life. Zelvrak leaving unscathed, doing extremely well there. Graves picking up the red buff and looking to head back towards that bottom lane. They do know that the blue spawn for the purple side right now, and Cashman is heading towards it. However, he might get sandwiched here. Looks like Tristana, Lulu, and Orianna are all there to deal with it. Blue buff is at half health. Cashman decided to cut his loss. He's just going to walk away, and Orianna will pick up that blue buff. Merrick is busy pushing away top lane here. Lee Sin burned a lot there to try and kill that Shyvana and didn't manage to pick her up. The long-range leash from Microderps managing to pick up so much damage onto the Lulu. That Graves auto attack, I feel like that did like 400 damage there. That just like brought her from a quarter to dead. And Orianna has fallen down. Leona moving into the base, tanking. She just gives no Fs right now. Leashing back to drop away from tower aggro and the threats. Very good Leona play here right now. Tristana jumping onto the team. She does a little bit of amount of damage with her W right now, but not high. And they manage to clear them. Graves picks up a triple kill. Merrick is just not even with the team. Busy pushing away top lane, doing his own thing. Lulu trying her best to defend the tower. The leash does not land. Graves manages to pick up the base tower, and Zelvrak moving in and just dragon noms the crap out of that dude. And it looks like blue team will pick up the win for the day, which means that they will be back here tomorrow, bright and early at 1 o'clock. So I believe that concludes our broadcast today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tim with
Jessica.
I kind of hogged the mic, so I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll be streaming again tomorrow at around 1 o'clock for the remainder of the day. We're down to the final 4 teams, and it should be really close matches, I think. I think most of the teams are like high platinum to diamond teams that are remaining, so some really good games tomorrow. And all of a season 3.14 patch, so maybe you can pick up some tips for solo queue, some new things that you haven't tried before. It should be really interesting. So, yeah, again, thank you for tuning in.